Hello and welcome to Nourishing Helen. I am Jenny from Spices Cooking Studio, and I have with me Keithlyn from Helen's Daughters. And together we want to inspire you to use our local produce and products in slightly different ways, very interesting ways, to make delicious and nutritious meals for you and your family.
So Jenny, what's the big reveal today?
Well, we're going to do dessert.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And this time we're going to do a fruit dessert.
Okay.
And the fruit that we're going to be using is what I know as Mammee Apple. And you know as?
Zabwiko.
Right.
The Saint Lucian apricots. Okay, okay.
So we're going to use the
Zabwiko.
As a filling.
Okay.
Because we're going to make a Zabwiko fruit crumble.
Okay, so we're not doing the apple crumbles like you hear, but we're doing it very Saint Lucian, the Zabwiko crumble. Okay.
Mammee Apple. In Grenada we call it Mammee Apple. But I've heard Saint Lucians call it Mammee Apple too.
Yes.
But I like the Creole name.
Yes.
Yeah, it has a nice sound.
A little sass to it.
A little sass to it,
you know?
yes, yes. So there are 3 steps to making the crumble.
Okay.
First of all, we make the crust. And we bake it.
Okay.
And then we make the crumble, which is going to be the topping. And then I will present the finished apricot filling.
Okay.
Okay? Because I had to do it in advance. So I'll show you what it looks like.
Okay.
Okay?
Understood.
And then we'll put it all together.
Okay, sounds good.
And we are going to then bake it and serve it. You're going to love how we serve it.
No, I can't wait. I can't
good.
wait.
So let's get started.
Okay.
We're making the crust.
Got
And
it.
it begins with some butter.
Okay.
About 6 tablespoons of butter.
Okay.
And it's softened butter because we're going to whip it.
Okay.
Great.
And now we start the whipping?
So whip it, yeah.
Okay.
And all we're doing is making it nice and creamy so it mixes in very easily with all of the ingredients.
Okay.
So the next ingredients to add will be
Our sugar?
our sugar.
Okay.
2 tablespoons of sugar. And 1 teaspoon of salt.
Got it. And we're doing some more whipping.
Some more whipping, please.
Okay.
Especially when you get that sugar dissolve. Okay, and when you're about to stop, just raise it slightly out of the butter and keep the blades going.
Okay.
Go up the speed of it. Yeah, there you go. Now you can turn it off. Great.
That was a good tip.
Yeah. Now what you're going to do with that is mix in the flour. So do it in
Okay.
batches,
Okay.
like about 3 batches.
Okay. And how much flour is this, Johnny?
This is a cup of flour.
Okay.
Yeah, good. And just use your spatula to stir it in.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
great.
So Jenny, what made you decide to use Zabwiko for a crumble? It's a very interesting but very underutilized fruit.
It is, you know, it is. Well, they make crumbles out of just about everything, you know, apple and cherry and peaches and so on. So I thought, well, why not Mammee Apple? That's the one. And I tried it, had to make a few adjustments and so on. I really wanted to use our local spices in the Mammee Apple crumble. And so a couple of tries, and we came up with this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I've never really used it at all in any cooking. I've seen it grown wildly.
Yeah.
Like I said, I know it as Zabwiko, but aside from, you know, the one or two tastings, never ever cooked with it.
Okay, can you add the rest?
Sure.
Or maybe two bits. Yeah. Well, I think that this version, utilizing the Zabwiko in this way, is just really nice and refreshing. And you know, it's local.
Exactly, sticking closer to home.
Okay, that looks good.
Okay.
Yeah, just clean that off using the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Okay, good.
Okay.
So we're going to use just a little bit of coconut oil.
A wee bit of coconut oil. Okay.
Mhm. Enough to spread on the bottom. Yeah, good.
Okay. Just so that it doesn't stick.
So it doesn't stick.
Okay.
Yeah, so the bottom and the sides.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do is take like a half cup of this, put it like in an area, like a corner or so.
Okay.
Right.
And we keep doing it in each
And
corner?
no.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is just press it down. Press it to the bottom. Good. You want to try it? Will your nails
Sure.
allow you?
I think they will.
Another corner. Good. Now you want it to be even all the way. Right.
This is the easiest crust I've ever made, I have to say.
This is a crust.
Yeah, most people buy crust, but this is really, really easy to actually make.
Okay, so let's take the rest and just sprinkle it over.
Okay.
Just sprinkle it all over. A little bit over here for me. Right. Okay, so let's just make sure that that is nice and firm. Great. Okay, so that's the crust done.
Okay.
And that will have to go into the oven
Okay.
and bake for about 15-20 minutes till it's
Okay.
just lightly brown.
Okay.
Okay?
And at what temperature would you say?
At 350.
350.
At 350, yes. Okay? Okay, so Caitlin,
Yes.
the crust for the crumble is in the oven. So now we're going to make the topping, which is in fact the crumble.
Okay.
So we begin with 3/4 of a cup of flour,
Okay.
mixed with a quarter of a cup,
quarter
of a cup of sugar.
Always watching our sugar intake.
Yeah,
Okay.
but then the whole point of dessert is sweets, right?
Yes. But we do good sweet though.
We do good sweet.
Yeah, we
The
do good
fruit,
sweet.
it's fruit based and everything. You're going to put a quarter of a teaspoon
Okay.
of grated nutmeg.
Quarter. So this is
Yeah.
okay.
And a quarter of a teaspoon of salt. That is measured. You can just see that in.
Got it.
Yeah. So just mix that up. You can use the whisk.
The whisk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just get that all mixed up. Okay, great. Now we have cold butter
Okay.
that we're going to pour it all in.
Pour it on. I'll use the spatula.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, this is where we're going to try technique. Get that butter mixed in to the flour. you want something that is a little grainy. So
That it could be a crumble.
yeah, it can be a crumble. So you're basically getting the flour to coat little chunks of the butter.
Gotcha.
So when it bakes, it gives you a little bit of crunchiness and it gives it nice color. Let me just run this around the edges so we get all the flour
In there.
in there. Yeah. Good, looking good though.
Yeah, it is. So this is the second step.
That's the second step. So you want it to be kind of granular. So you're actually seeing pieces of butter coated with the flour.
And then it would kind of make sort of a glaze with it?
No, it holds its shape as a crumble. So you
Okay.
drizzle it over the Mammee apple.
Okay.
And then it gives you a really nice topping that's kind of crumbly and crispy and soft and buttery.
You said everything that's just right about dessert.
Right, exactly. It's worth it, Keithlyn. It's worth it.
Oh yes, I'm feeling it in my triceps right now. I hope that's the right muscle group.
I don't know if that's the right one. It'll be all worth it. Just a little bit more to go, Keithlyn. You're almost there.
I'm thinking of the crumble, the finished product.
Yes, that's what you
That's
have to
what's
think
keeping me
about.
going.
Yeah. I'm so glad you're here to help me out with this.
I'm so glad to be here. The benefits way outweigh the work. So Jenny, how did you end up finding your Zabwiko? Because
Keithlyn, because Zabwiko are not readily available right now. They're not really in season. But just like Keithlyn has her people, her farmers and so on that she can call on, I have my people too.
yeah.
And I have my market people from the Castries market, from the Runnymede market. I have people all over whom I call. Okay, that's good. When I need something. And so I sent up an APB.
For Zabwiko.
Zabwiko. And
And you got some.
they deliver.
I'm telling you, it's always good to have a network of
You
farmers.
gotta have a network
You
of
have
people.
to. You have to.
And especially in this business where you're cooking and you may need things out of season.
Yeah, or in the business of eating, Jenny.
Or in the
you
business
know?
of eating. Yeah, that's true. Okay, that's perfect.
Alrighty.
Great.
Should I just scrape the rest?
Yeah,
of this
scrape
off?
the rest up and let me get the Mammee Apple.
Okay.
So this is the Mammee Apple. This is Mammee Apple, fresh Mammee Apple that has been cut up into small pieces and stewed with a little bit of water, only like half a cup of water, for about 6 cups of chopped Mammee apple. And it's been stewed with the water, its own juices, and cinnamon.
It smells delicious, and it looks a lot like apricot, well, the texture and so on.
Yes,
Oh my
yes.
gosh, it's
And a little bit of sugar.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I can see the cinnamon.
cinnamon
stick,
is
of
there.
course.
And the amazing thing about this, so when it's in season, what you do is you buy as much as you want, and then you do this and freeze it.
Of course, of course. Yeah, yeah, saves time.
I actually think we don't use our freezers nearly enough
No,
because
we
we
don't.
live in a place where things are so seasonal and, you know, so plentiful at one point that we really need to be able to freeze.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And find ways
And
of
find
doing
ways
it.
of using it.
Exactly.
We have
So we have
our,
the crust.
the crust,
in the
we've done
oven.
the crust.
Yes.
we
We've done
have
the crumble.
done the crumble, and now we have the filling.
All right. So we
Okay.
have all 3 parts of the crumble.
Right. So
Okay.
now we need to check on the crust that's in the oven to make sure that it is ready so we can finish up the Mammee Apple crumble. So Caitlin?
Yes, Jenny.
We now have the three elements of our crumble.
Okay.
We have the base, we have the topping, the crumble, and we have the Mammee apple, the stewed Mammee apple.
Okay, so the stewed Zabwico.
Stewed Zabwiko.
Okay.
So we are now going to put it all together.
Okay.
The base has been pre-baked and so now and cooled. So now we're going to add the Mammee apple. You want to do the honors?
Sure, I would love to.
Yeah. I don't know if you'll be able to fit all of it in, so let's eyeball it. Okay, let's spread that out and see what it looks like.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be
Doesn't have to be too thick?
too thin,
Too thin, okay.
you know, because you want to get a good dose of Mammee apple. That's what it is. Yeah, I think we'll be able to use it all. Good.
Yeah, I think so. The smell, the cinnamon, the spices, you can take it all in already.
Great. So let's just even that out. Great. I could just eat that.
I know.
It smells amazing. Okay. And then we're gonna top it up with this.
With our crumble.
The crumble. So we're gonna just spread it out. Great.
So we have some big and little crumbles.
Yeah, that's good. It's gonna give some great flavor. Nice texture. There'll be some crunchiness and some softer pieces. You're gonna get the taste of the butter.
Oh, I cannot wait to bite into this.
Yeah. That's looking very proper.
Yes, our Zabwico crumble.
So now it needs to go back into the oven, basically to heat up the filling
Okay.
and to get a nice crust on top of the crumble.
And how long should it stay in the
It
oven
stays
for?
in the oven for about 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
at 375.
Okay.
Okay?
Alright.
So we're back, Caitlin,
Okay.
with our finished product.
And what a crumble it is.
The Mammee apple or
Zabwico apple
crumble.
crumble.
Huh?
All right.
So this baked in the oven for about 30 minutes.
Okay.
And then we allowed it to cool for a little bit. So now we are going to plate it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do,
Wow, did
wanna
this
get
come
to
out
all of
amazing?
it.
What a crumble.
So we can put that here.
Lovely.
That dish.
Look at the color.
Look at the color. Oh, and you really see it through the
Yes,
glass.
you
It's
can.
lovely. Okay. And then to serve it, I thought it needed something, a little something, something.
Yeah, yeah, it could have
And
some.
so I made some cinnamon ice cream.
Yay!
Now remember, the Mammee Apple is cooked with cinnamon.
Yes.
So it's a nice way to kind of reflect that flavor.
Now, Jenny, we need to pause because you just said you did homemade cinnamon ice cream.
That's correct.
Now, as a Grenadian, we know that Grenadians are famous for making their own ice cream at home.
From just about anything.
Exactly. Exactly. Maybe in the next season we'll explore recipes on homemade ice creams.
Okay, we could do that. And so that's
perfect.
That's it there.
Yes.
And here we are, folks.
Our Zabwiko crumble with
cinnamon ice cream.
Oh my gosh, couldn't get more Caribbean than this. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So Jenny, it has been such an amazing experience and a journey for me. I have learned so much. Thank you for having us at your kitchen, your cooking studio. It's really appreciated.
Oh, it's been a pleasure for me too. I've totally enjoyed it. I love connecting up with you and the farmers and being able to do something that is so completely inspired by our local produce and products.
Absolutely. And of course we have to thank, as you said, the Helen's Daughters Farmers for all the produce that was contributed. We have to thank Massey Supermarkets for a number of the ingredients as well. And obviously our background team, Choice, Ocean Brands Media, Miss Iodel Hippolyte, the whole crew that made this possible. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
So
a clap.
Yay! So that's it for season 1 of Nourishing Helen. Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you, Caitlin. And hopefully we'll be back for season 2.
Hopefully we'll be back for season 2. And remember, let the food inspire you.
Absolutely. Bye. Bye.